Right, beautiful. I am Lucia, and I guess the thing for me is style has been a journey of my own. So discovering my own purpose, my own personality, individuality, that type of thing has been a process over many years. But when I turned 55, I started to notice this invisibility. So I started to notice that I was diminishing. I didn't have such a loud voice. So style and understanding myself personally became I guess a mission. I really needed to find myself. You know, I'd raised kids, I'd raised grandkids for my son, and then, you know, it was kind of like, well, what's left for me? So welcome today to this. Have a pen and paper because I do have a couple of little interactive things to do. We will talk a little about loving your reflection and the balancing wheel of life. So the balancing wheel of life is just a little exercise that we go through to see where you're at in your life, you know, the balance that you have between personal growth, finances, business, you know, community, all of that. And where is it? We'll have a 10-minute break. Now, this should be at 11:30, not 10:30, because I normally start at 9, and I thought, no, I'm going to give the ladies that maybe have children still at home and our Perth people that are 2 hours behind us to catch up. So note to self, change that to 11:30. But shifting the energy in our wardrobe is what we're going to be discussing after we have our break. So how our energy, how colour, how our emotions, all of that is affected by our clothes that we have in our wardrobe, and understanding the links between emotions, moods and feelings in that wardrobe. So my ultimate goal is to stop you from spending money on clothing that does not work and that you don't really need. A lot of women, they don't need clothes. It's just this unfulfilled notion, I guess, of conditioning that we need to go to the shops, we need to be looking at clothing because we're not happy with what we have. So it's kind of like a conditioning that we've been marketed to by the market, you know, the fashion houses. And when you are in sync with your wardrobe, you look in your wardrobe and you look for the opportunities. So that's where I want to get you to be thinking by the end of today. So, and then do you have an intuitive style or brand? Now, branding is very much for your business, but do you have an intuitive colour style or colour and style? A lot of women intuitively know what to wear that suits them the best and what colours. Generally, when I do a wardrobe edit, you will find that there is 3 distinctive colours in their wardrobes. Very, very distinctive colours. They may be, you know, in bits and pieces all through their wardrobe, but I can see at a glance a distinctive pattern. So, and that's my passion. That is what I love to do. That is when all the bells and whistles go off for me and I go, woo, here we go. This is what it's saying to me. The universe is sending me a message. So very much spiritual, you know, emotional, all of the connections between all of that for me as a style coach. So my story, this is me as a little rugrat. I probably, I think I was about 5 or 6 here. My dad did our haircuts. He was really, really good at doing haircuts. So every one of us had a haircut like this in our family. There's 5 children. So we were a migrant family. We lived out in a mining town. So as you can imagine, there was free reign to be and do who you were. You know, the creek was just one street over, so you know every summer we'd be at the creek swimming. It was a wonderful lifestyle. You know, like as a child, it was very laid back and easy. All the kids in the neighbourhood congregated together. It was just a really great time. And when I look at this photo, this is my father's hometown in Slovenia. And when I look at this and I think about this, I put the two together and go, yeah, I can see why my father made this our home in you know, northwest Queensland. It was, you know, very rural, not a lot of traffic, you know, like it's very peaceful. Grow your own grapes, grow your own olives, do all your veggies, you know, the whole thing is just all really easy and laid back. So from this, you know, I didn't have much of an idea of what I wanted to be because I was always quite happy and content with who I was. So as you can see, by high school, the only real thing that I had been conditioned to understand was that girls at high school had longer hair, you know, so, you know, if I had long hair, I'd look fabulous. And, you know, coming into the hippie boho era of my age and my youth, that was the one thing that, you know, identified me as being connected to myself, was my hair, which was really weird, really crazy. But I can honestly say now that that's the transition from me as a little girl to me as a young woman. So fast forward a few years, met this bloke here when I was about 21. We got married. We had 3 children. The other one's here. It's very hard to get your kids together to get a family photo, as you ladies probably are very aware. And when you do get them together, they always want to muck up and do faces or do something stupid, and you can't get a photo. So this is my daughter, who lives in, well, she lives here now at the moment with COVID, but she will be going back to Ireland once COVID's finished, or she can get clearance to go over there. My son has 3 beautiful daughters and his beautiful wife. And this is our big girl. Now, Natalie is 40 and she was born with a disability. She is the reason that I work from home with my business, because I am able to always keep an eye. We've actually just had a big change and a big shift. We've got a one-on-one support worker now that comes into the house, gives her all her personal hygiene and takes all of that pressure off me. Because once upon a time I'd be doing this and I'd be listening. I'd be like, what's going on out there? I can hear her chatting about whatever, you know. So, and I also have a husband that suffers with PTSD now. So, you know, being able to focus and concentrate on your business, you know, from the 9 to 5 is quite important, as you ladies probably imagine. But travel is my passion, and COVID has clipped my wings, so to speak. My family in Croatia and my family in Holland, and 18 months ago, sorry, I went to Canada, so I have family over there. So all over the world, I have had like the experience of meeting my family after I turned 40. So I turned 40 and I just went, bang, that's it, I'm out, I'm going. And my husband's been very supportive of that. He's allowed me. This is a photo of him down here in the garden. I took these photos in our garden just to see where I live. I live on the beautiful Sunshine Coast in Queensland. And we look out to the Blackall Ranges, so Montville, Mullaney and Mapleton. So it's just beautiful. It's hinterlands. And he's there digging the weeds, and I thought, oh, I'll just take some photos. And I thought, no, I'm going to leave him in there, because I think, you know, it just takes me back to that when I was doing that. So these beautiful guys, they are in Holland. They have just lost their home in March. They had a massive fire in their thatched home, which was almost 200 years old. The house burnt to the ground. So they've been doing it really tough during COVID, and it always makes you appreciate these beautiful people that you have in your life. They are all well. It was a house and it will be rebuilt. So, but yeah, they're kind of, my thoughts are with them a lot. So let's get started. Get right into it. So, ladies, who has a routine for the day? Like, what is your daily routine? So unmute yourself and let's have a little chat about this. Let's flesh this out a little and just see what exactly. I better turn my music off, actually. I think it's still in the background. Yeah, it is. There we go. So what is your routine? Aggie?
Okay, so the start of 2019, I made a decision that I needed to have a daily routine, something that I could be accountable, really, because I wasn't. I didn't really like what I saw back in the mirror either. Mm-hmm. So it was time to make a change. Mm-hmm. I knew that, I do like working out and physical activity, but I also know that if left to my own devices, it won't happen. Yeah. So I engaged in a PT because I knew that way, if I've got to meet somebody at a certain time on a certain day, my character is such that I won't let them down or let myself down. Yeah. So that got me to waking up early, 5 o'clock each morning. That was the start of that. And then I developed a habit with that. Then the next step was to do something on the in-between days. Mm-hmm. I love walking, so I made a decision to walk. Beautiful. And I also thought that was a good opportunity to listen to the books that I want to listen to. Then as far as business goes, I've been training myself to work in 15-minute bursts. Mm-hmm. And, well, there are other things like food preparation and different things that happen in my day, but I think I'm pretty good.
How is the 15 minutes? How do you go with that 15 minutes of work? Is that business focus only in that 15 minutes? Yeah.
Business focus, timer on, reach out, which means I don't get distracted by Messenger or emails, which I normally would. Yeah. Anything that's shiny would grab my attention. Yeah. And now I'm trying to train myself the same for, I don't know why, but follow-up is the bit that I'm not great at.
Okay, rightio. Yeah.
And so now I'm trying to train myself for that.
Okay, rightio. Maybe you might like to have a bit of a chat. As we go through, there'll be things that come up for you, and maybe have a bit of a chat. But it's interesting that you say that you are the type of person that will take the easy option to not go and do exercise, or go for a walk or whatever. Yep. You're not the only person. Yep. You're not by yourself. It's our brain. Our brain just goes, nah, you'll be right. Stay here. It's all right, and you've just got to shut it up. You've basically got to say, give your name or your ego a name. Maybe that's what we'll do today. My ego is called Luigi. And I always say, shut up, Luigi. You don't know what you're talking about, So I've given it a name because it's, my name's Lucia. So it's very, very quickly a flip, shut up, Luigi. You don't know what you're talking about. And that's that ego, that person that just doesn't want me to do things. So we might come up with some names for your egos, ladies. But Del, let's share your routine.
Okay, I also wake up at 5, sometimes a bit earlier. Before I get out of bed, I have a tape with my affirmations.
Yep.
So I listen to that, and then I do about a 15-minute meditation. And then I get up, and 2 mornings a week I go to the gym. Mm-hmm. And another morning I go and do Nia dance.
Okay. Beautiful.
And then after I come home from either of those, I take my little dog for a walk because I have a little dog, so
Yeah.
I have to walk her every day. So I take her for a walk then.
Beautiful.
I come back from that, I have a shower and have my breakfast.
Yeah, cool. So your routine is focused around that meditative, sitting in that quiet place. Yeah, and yours is that physical activity that really. So you both have the things that appeal to your personalities and to who you are. So mine is this meditation. I do like to read a book. I've got a book on my bedside, but I'll wake up and I'll listen to a podcast of some sort of meditation. And generally my mornings are broken by my rowdy husband and my rowdy daughter. So I've got to wake up early as well. So I'm generally about 6 a.m. And I try to not have coffee. I'll have, my husband brings me in a tiny little, it's called a carafe of coffee, and I have that. Then I go on to my peppermint teas, my green teas or my peppermint teas for the rest of the day. I find that keeps the fog away. When I begin to have too much coffee, I did that yesterday actually, and I really noticed my liver was quite sluggish. Now I've got a problem with my liver, but it truly affected just the clarity that I was feeling in my brain. So back to the green tea and the peppermint teas today. And then I come into the office, like I have breakfast. I'll take Millie, Miss Millie, who is down here, who's a little foxy. She's my shadow, but I take her out for a walk and we just go up and we do a blocky, let her, stretch her legs and get out on the grass and the ground for a few hours. Well, not a few hours, but, 20 minutes or so. We go for a walk, have a talk to the neighbours, see what's going on up the top of the block, that type of thing. And then I come back, have brekkie, give her food, and then come into the office. Now I come into the office about 9:30, depending. Some days it's earlier, some days it's 10 a.m. But when I get into here, I begin my journaling. So this is when, this is when I start. Oh, I can see my son there. Why can I see that? Yeah, so I start journaling. So I've got some real interesting topics in this book, and it's whatever comes to mind. It's almost like a brain dump first thing in the morning. So I'll just come in here. I've got this one and I've got the other book. So whichever one I feel like grabbing, it's generally this one, and I'll just brain dump, literally whatever comes to mind. It could be pictures, I might be reading a book. It might be a little bit of drawing. I think I've done a Buddha in here one stage. Yeah, I did. There we go. I drew a Buddha. It's kind of weird, but the perfect timing, blessing in disguise. I am worthy. I am enough. Curiosity, daydream. As you walk on the path appears. Rumi. So it's interesting what when you just flip to a page and what you've actually written for the day. So I love to do that because it downloads all that stuff that I've been thinking in the bedroom while I've been trying to meditate, just getting out of that monkey brain and really focusing. So the second thing I do is I'll have a shower, but when I'm getting out, once I've gotten out of the shower, I have a little dish on my sink in my bathroom, and it holds my crystals, my earrings, and as I'm putting these on, I do a little mantra that I am worthy, I am enough, and I do that with each piece of whatever I'm putting on for the day. And I found that is really powerful because I'm actually looking at myself in the mirror as I'm saying it. So I'm actually really sharing that love and that nurturing, that deserving and value to my reflection, which reflects back to me. So I feel that in my heart, and that's really, really powerful. So, you know, I'm not sure, you know, your bathroom, how it's set up, but, you know, maybe that's something that you ladies can give a try. So look deeply into your eyes and your source and, you know, really feel what it is. And I think for me, the attachment that I have to these pieces, this one was given to me as a gift, and the attachment that I feel, the love that I feel from the people that gave it to me is attached. So every day I put it on, I feel that worthy, that love, and that emotion with it. So give that a try, ladies. Oh, my grandkids. I should turn the volume down. Bear with me, ladies, sorry. So morning meditations, gratitude journaling, keys to positivity and elevating your energy. So even sometimes, like you said, Del, just sitting there really, really quietly with no noise, because sometimes when we get on those computers and get on those technical gadgets, there's so much noise going on, you know, and as you said, Aggie, which is the noise that you want to be working in, and which is the noise that's just distracting. You know, getting that clarity is really, really important. And I feel that when you start your day with some form of structure, then it carries through the day, unless something, you know, with a family member or something throws everything to the wind. But, you know, generally it can be that simple. So what is the language? What is it that you say to yourself? I couldn't find another, you know, I wanted a chunkier woman, a realistic woman, you know, like someone that's not so, you know, all there and airbrushed. But do you know what? You can't find them. They don't do them. So this is another thing about that conditioning, you know, how we are conditioned to look a particular way, which is really, really sad. You know, we're not all going to be like that. You know, we've got our wobbly bits, we've got our imperfections, we're perfectly imperfect, you know. So Aggie or Del, what is a affirmation that you can say to your body, to yourself in the mirror? So unmute yourself and share, please, Del.
Oh, there's a thunderstorm here, so I hope I don't lose power.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's what's coming our way too, I think.
Yeah, there's lots of lightning and thunder. But anyway, yes, when I do my mirror work, I normally do it when I'm undressed.
Yep.
When I either get out of the shower or get into the shower.
Yeah.
And I say to myself, I love you. I really love you.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I love my body as well.
Yeah, yeah. And thank you for supporting me all these years. You know, like this is something as well. Our bodies have supported us, has been there for everything that we've experienced. Our beautiful, amazing bodies in the raw has supported us, you know. It's given us our children. So those little lumpy bits or those imperfections are a representation of those opportunities that we've had in life. So being grateful for those bits that are there. And how about yourself, Aggie?
I probably did leave out a couple of steps. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
When I first do wake up, I just...
Yeah, there's no true right or wrong way, darling. So
No. But I probably did leave out a couple of things that I do immediately waking up.
Yeah.
One of them is that it's that I am enough.
Yeah, cool.
And that I do love you.
Beautiful.
So that does happen, and I also do thank my legs and my arms to support what my PT is going to torture me with.
Awesome.
So I guess I did forget that, and I'm sorry about that. And the reason for the 5 o'clock, even though I don't meet her till 6, is that I really do like Gabrielle Bernstein, and I love all of her cards that she has, like all of her intention cards.
Yes.
And I really love to pick one for the day.
Yeah, beautiful.
And not only do I look at it, but I also do actually post it.
Oh,
one
okay.
that
Yep.
means something to me.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I actually do that before I go and meet Raylene, before I kill myself. And I'm sorry I forgot to say all that. But then when Del was talking about her meditation, I'm like, oh God, you're a goose.
Okay. And look, I've got this amazing book and I'm going to get it. It's just here.
And I do my intentions at the end of the day, by the way.
Right. And you know what? Oh, here it is. Yeah. It's Rachel Hollis.
Oh, yeah.
Girls Stop Apologizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a powerful book. It was something that really turned things around for me, because I was always apologizing and I was always,
yeah. And I just did too. Yep.
Yeah. We're conditioned to. We are conditioned to, and it's that masculine feminine balance. You know, like we have, I guess, a little bit of that, and you know, like our divine energy needs both masculine and feminine. But when it's a little imbalance, that's when we go, oh, our egos go, oh, sorry, you know, and apologize. So, you know, whatever you do, don't apologize. It's just simply something that you haven't remembered. Yeah. So, and it's perfect. So I too love having card readings. So and I forgot as well. So I usually just get my deck and I'll get, you know, just a card, pull out a card, see what the cards say for me. I'm very much intuitive about being grateful for the day ahead, you know, that gratitude, that type of thing. So super important. Now, before we go to morning tea, I'm just going to talk a little bit about chakras. Now, Del, I know you've seen this presentation. It may vary a little bit, Del. It depends on how the energy is around me at the moment. Aggie, do you know a little bit about chakras? Oh, sorry, can't hear you.
Can't say I've studied it. I've heard a lot about it, like, yeah, the heart chakra and all those points, but I can't say I've studied it, no.
Okay. So I have done a few, you know, like little courses and stuff like that around the chakras and energy. And what the more I practice this, the more I've been finding a link between everything. Is the key thing is energy and the flow of energy. So the abundance, you know, the law of attraction, all of that stuff is all aligned to energy. Now, with the chakras too are energy in our bodies, and that's the belief with the chakra system, you know, or the purpose. So they're almost like these energies that are in our 7 points on the spinal column, and they're connected to organs, and they're connected to glands in the body, and they're responsible for distributing the life energy. So, you know, the flow of energy. Which is also known as ki, which I didn't know about the ki until I've been doing a bit more research, or prana. And prana is in the, I think it's like the Indian culture, the prana, they talk about it. So the chakras are those pivotal points in our body in the spinal column. So we have the base chakra, which is right at the base of our tailbone. So really, really right at the base of our tailbone. Our sacral chakra is just below the belly button, so just a little bit below the belly button. The solar plexus is just below the ribs, so it's sort of around this area. And then we come up to the heart chakra, which is, you know, the heart chakra. Now there is another chakra that they've identified, and it's here around the thymus, this gland here, the thymus gland, and it's called the love chakra, and it's just a little pink chakra in between the throat and the heart chakra, so it's in between the two. Then we have the third eye. It says the brow chakra, but it's the third eye, and it's just above the eyebrow, so it's just there. and it's a blue as well. So one is a really sort of aqua blue, and one is sort of like a royal blue. And then the crown chakra just sits just above our head. So it's just there, and it's a purple. So it's almost like that amethyst purple. And you hear lots of people that do crystal grids. And this is what a crystal grid looks like. So they do a meditative crystal grid for people. So they take them through the chakra and the cleansing and helping the person with the crystals open those chakras that may have blocked energy. So the thing with chakras, this is the things that really interested me with chakras, is that when you have you know, that grounding, and that we'll start at the bottom, so the base chakra. So low self-esteem, low energy comes from that base chakra having blockages. So to free that energy, you're doing, and Dal, you're doing, is exercise. Exercise is one of the perfect things to keep that, you know, that base chakra subtle and moving. And I love to dance, I love to walk, and they're the two things that keep that energy moving and flowing, and it flows out, so it ripples out to the nerve endings and to the points of your hips. So it actually ripples all the way out to this this kind of area here. So you get that subtlety, you know. You've got your feminine energy, and then you've got your subtleness of your base chakra. So it's a bit woo woo, but stay with me. The next chakra is the sacral chakra. So that's this one below the tummy. And if it's imbalanced, you have that feeling that you've lost your creativity. There's no real problems to, you know, everyday problems, you know, despair, that type of thing. And then we come to the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus is the place that I had all my pain. I'm recovering from liver disease. Well, I'm not recovering, but I have it purely from anger, helplessness, and just that feeling of overwhelm, you know, complete despair sometimes. And my body just turned on me. It just literally turned on my liver, which is the organ around that solar plexus. It's here, it's just below the ribs, so it's just here. So if you are getting any pain, anything around there, a lot of times it's anger and grief that you haven't been able to let go of. And I take mine back to when my daughter was born. We nearly lost her at a month old, and we were given no help, you know, to understand what had happened, how to deal with it, how to cope with it, you know. And we basically fuddled along, and we've kind of fuddled along for 40 years. We're in a place now where we can, you know, oh, well, I can. My husband doesn't deal with it at all. He goes into denial quite regularly because he's never been given any tools to cope. So unfortunately, I just support, but a lot of that was that anger, that grief that I hadn't dealt with, and it did affect my liver. So the next one is the heart. So a feeling of heartbroken, unloved, you know, relationships are broken, that type of thing around that heart energy. So all across that heart area. I sometimes wonder if, you know, lots of diseases are caused around that heart. One of my beautiful friends, she's actually got a broken heart. She has been diagnosed with broken heart disease, and it's an actual fact that there is, and it's so hard to understand, but she's actually got it. And it's a chronic disease for her, so she has to go regularly to specialists and get herself and her heart, you know, checked. We've nearly lost her a couple of times. But it's interesting, isn't it, just how this energy and this blockage of the energy affects us in our daily lives, you know, like, and if we allow it to stay there, that's what happens. We have these you know, unbalances. So the throat chakra, which is the aqua blue, you cannot express yourself or explain yourself. You can't get that message out to people. You can't share your knowledge that you have with people. So a lot of times, if you're not speaking up, it could be around that throat chakra. So all of that area there. So the throat chakra goes from the throat, but also, you know, sort of shoulders, all that area there. So the whole area. And then we go to the third eye, which is this one here. And the third eye is, if it's unbalanced, is confusion, nightmares, and poor insight. So that intuition that I'm talking about, a lot of times if their third eye, if there is a block, a lot of times they're not very intuitive. And like it affects the whole energy then of the body, because then you get that creativity that's lost. So, you know, it all connects and flows together. So, and then we come to the crown chakra, and many people suffer with depression, anxiety, confusion, apathy. Come back here. Simply because they are not, you know, opening themselves to something greater. So something more out there, you know, be it God, be it meditation, be it whatever it is, spirituality, not being open to it. And my little story about that is 12 months ago, I was receiving these messages, you know, the 1111, the angel signals, you know, the signs, my guides. I was sensing people around me, all of that. And I did nothing about it. And then in, I think it was about March this year, just after COVID, just after I got back from Thailand, I was in bed one night and I got this almighty thud, and it was like bang, a slap across the forehead, and it was follow your path. And it was just literally one of my guides, one of my angels giving me a good smack, just saying, get it together, you know. And since then, I know that I'm on the right, like, I'm on the right journey, whether or not sometimes I feel it. You know, we have our good days and our bad days. But when we have alignment, we feel at peace. We feel comfortable. We feel, you know, really good in ourselves. When we are, you know, sort of channeling or embracing our spirituality, like you were saying, Aggie, you know, you look at your cards each day, you know, that's that effectiveness of your spirituality, your third eye, you know, opening to all of those things. And the throat chakra, I can calm and I can solve my problems through my voice. So that is interesting, because that's another area where I haven't been able to voice my opinion to my partner a lot over the years. I've just let him go, you know, but now I kind of voice my opinion and say, you know, this is how I'm feeling, you know, do you know that you make me feel this way when things happen, you know, like with PTSD, there's always things that come up. So I can explain myself a lot better. And the you know, the broken heart, the feeling that you are loved by others and I am loving, it's that reflection, you know, like you can talk to people, you can connect with them on that level, and you know that you love them just as much as they're loving what you're here for, or what you're saying about them. I'm angry and helpless, I'm organized, I can accomplish my dreams. So that is the solar plexus. And I must admit, my attacks of my liver have been fewer and fewer as I'm getting more clarity around just where I am in my life, you know, that peace. So having new ideas to create, that's the sacral. So that's the feminine energy, you know, that feminine space where you just go to for that peace, that tranquility, that out of your busy mind, you know, that beautiful space in womb space and the feminine energy where you can have new ideas, create the life you want. So, you know, that comes with working at that. And then the base chakra, I am confident and full of energy. You feel that, but as we age, we are very aware that we need to also slow down to our limits. You know, like we can't push our bodies. We can't be doing what the 30-year-old was doing or the 40-year-old me was doing. So we're conscious. We need to be conscious of that because we can push our bodies too much as well. We can be quite, yeah, we can do that on an energy level. So be mindful of that. And if there are, you know, the egos coming in and, you know, you just don't want to do it, listen to it, but listen to what it's saying, you know, more so than I just don't want to do it. Usually it says, you know, some other message there. There's something else that will come through to you. So be aware of the messages that you get and receive. So exercise, fresh air, relaxation, they're keys to, you know, all of this energy flowing and feeling in sync with your body. And I won't go into the chakras, but I will go into the crystals. So we give it out, we take it in, we wear it. Our lives are powered by the, you know, like the electricity and the energy. So understanding that, the 7 chakras, as I said, we've got the base chakra, yada, yada. And these are the crystals that you can do and have for yourself if you want. You know, I carry this one. It's interesting. My body was drawn to that one, and that's my solar plexus. So my body actually was drawn to that one. And then it's drawn to that one, the amethyst. So it's interesting how I've got them in front of me every day. I've got crystals everywhere behind me, but they're the 2 that just sit there daily. As I think that's the crown, and this one's my solar plexus. So just being mindful on a daily basis that I need to maintain that wellness in this area. So not pushing myself too much so that I end up, you know, unwell. So if anyone wants those crystals, I can, I do have a PDF. So I think, Del, you got that one, didn't you? The PDF for that, chakras? Yeah. So,
yes.
yeah. So there is another chakra, and that is the higher self. And if we go back to the higher self, it's the white crystal. So if you are drawn to just a pure white crystal, that is that higher vibration. That is that higher element to your spirituality and your whole divinity, I guess. So that is what that white crystal is, the higher self. And that is just above, and it helps open to the higher realm, you know, like talking with your guides. I have my grandmother that comes through to me constantly, you know, saying, you know, keep going, you're loved. She's always there beside me. I always feel her love. She passed when she was only 48, so I didn't really get to know her as an adult, but I know that she's here with me now. So, you know, they're the sort of powers that higher self have. So understanding the chakras also has enhanced my personal awareness through life. So like I said, it didn't come till later in life with me. There was always something, there was always a sixth sense, and I always felt and saw things, but I would foo-foo them away. And I have a mentor, a spiritual mentor that always said to me, you will get it one day, Lucia, you will get it one day. And she's so grateful now that I finally have. So rather than fixating on the physical, begin to combine the two. So what will happen if you are not nurturing the internal energy, it will present itself physically. And this is what happened to me 5 years ago. Physically, I was push, my solar plexus, my liver, everything. I was working in 40-degree heats at markets, push. I was going out to Roma, I was doing fairs, everything. And bang, the universe went, no, no more, you can't do it. And I had a plate, a bone graft, 5 pins, I think, something like that, and skin graft and all sorts of things to my hand. The universe physically just said, you are not going to go anymore the way you are, because physically something has to give, and it was that. So be really aware of the messages that you receive. And, you know, like if you open your chakras in a meditation, it's fine. They don't need to be shut down. They're just there. They're just energy. They just flow. So, and feel balanced. Drop into the quiet, sacred space, stillness, and work on it daily. It's just something that you can sit with quietly, move up to, you know, like move up the chakras, and always start at your base chakra, opening that base chakra first, moving that down towards the Mother Earth through your thighs, through your knees, through your feet, and get grounding. And then move back up, bringing Mother Earth with you and her energy, back up through the different points, and then up towards the crown chakra, and then opening the crown chakra and allowing all that beautiful energy to flow all over you. So that is how you can meditate on that level daily. I find I can't do it in bed. I have to either be sitting on my chair or standing. Generally it's a sit though. I find I get, so sitting quietly and with intent to, you know, get your breathing right, sink into that place, and let's go back to there. So I'm going to ask you to unmute now, and I'm going to ask you if there is anywhere in your body that maybe you are physically presenting with any of these blocked energies. So Del, Aggie?
Probably, if I thought about it, I've really only heard of it in detail now.
Yep.
So you were saying yours is the sacrum?
Solar plexus.
Solar plexus, sorry.
Mine's the solar plexus. That's okay. That's just a word, yeah.
Solar plexus.
Yes.
Okay, so if I was to think about that for myself, if I'm unwell, and that's not often, but if I am unwell, it usually comes out with not a great gut, okay? So digestive system, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. So is it below, or is it the upper gut here?
No, I think it's below.
Below, so more the lower gut, which is the sacrum.
Yeah, I think it is a lower gut. And
Yeah,
if I think about that, mine could also be questions that I feel are, you know, those why questions. Why do things happen in your life?
Yes.
Like,
yep.
And particularly to maybe other people or children and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if I take a deep thought about it, that would be me.
Yeah. Okay. So lost, no solutions, and everyday problems. So yeah.
Well, I don't dwell on it, but I mean, if I do get sad over something, it would be the loss of my grandson, and not understanding why he couldn't be helped, maybe that type of stuff.
Yeah. So if you sit in a meditative state, maybe as you're going through that, and I'm happy to take you through a meditation privately, you know, go through that and listen as you're trying to unblock that energy. So as we move through the chakras, we unfold the petals and allow the light through. So as we're allowing the light through, for some of us, like if we've got that pain or we've got that blockage, it will take longer to open and allow that light out. But as it's happening, you get all these questions, all these things come up, and then you can ask those, or you can write those down, and then have a clearer understanding about just why you're feeling that way, and whether there's anything that you can truly do to help you, you know, move through it, because it's never going to go away.
No.
Never going to go away. You know, these sorts of things never go away. You know, like I couldn't imagine. I almost lost Nat when she was a month old, and I know what I went through, so I couldn't imagine, you know, losing a child. That would just, break my heart. So, now, Del, what about yourself? Like, what physically?
I feel all my emotions and most things in my solar plexus.
Okay, yeah.
And if it gets too overwhelmed, I kind of go into a state of overwhelm.
Yeah.
Where you can't finish tasks. I kind of get a bit paralyzed when it gets really intense.
Yeah. And look, ladies, that was my pattern. That's where I used to go. I got paralyzed. I would diminish. I'd disappear. So I was trying to run a business, but I'd also it was such a habit. It was such a pattern in my life that I would just withdraw myself, and it was so much easier, but I was still in that pain. I was still there. I didn't understand it. Now I understand it a bit more. When it comes and when it triggers, I can go, oh yeah, that's what it is. And I'm kind to myself, you know, like, and it doesn't go away. It never goes away. But being kinder to myself when I'm feeling that way, you know, either going for a walk with the dog, doing, you know, a bit of just on the couch with a book or something like that, can help me move through it, because I'm consciously quite aware of the trick or the trigger. And it's generally, for me, anger, frustration, overwhelm. And I would always, my pattern was always to withdraw. That's what I was saying to you about my husband, finding that voice, being able to voice my opinion was very, very difficult, because I would have that mixed emotion of anger, grief, and all of that mixed up. So I hope that kind of, it's not a perfect remedy, but it's just a way of understanding where we come from in life, you know, that we are that energy and that flow. Yeah. Okay. So let's now, after we've spoken about that, right, this is the fun part. So what does your wardrobe tell you? What is your wardrobe saying to you? Now, I have I've had many of this scenario with women where they've and I've just booked two this week, where women have gone, I'm so embarrassed about my wardrobe, I just don't know where to start. The overwhelm is just terrifying. You know, I've got a 2-bedroom house, the wardrobes, the drawers, everything's full, but I just don't know where to start. And I'm moving. I've got a mother that's got dementia. I'm moving into a motorhome. And I went, so anyway, we start on Monday. But these are some of the questions that I ask women about their wardrobes. So do you find, and you can open the mic, ladies, I'm interested in what you've got to say, even if you want to just put it in the chat, you know, as I'm talking through. Do you find yourself in the same clothes every week?
Yeah, I do. I seem to wear the same. I don't buy a lot of clothes. I seem to wear them until they wear out, actually.
Okay, cool.
I have some that are years old.
Okay. So Del, do you use all your wardrobe or only those ones that you gravitate to?
I would have a few things I haven't worn for a while.
Yep.
Maybe because they probably don't fit me. But I've still got them. And it's wishful thinking that I'm going to get into them one day.
We can always make clothes smaller. It's harder to make them
Yeah, I
bigger. So that's my answer to that one.
know.
And yeah, you can always take them in if you do lose weight, but it's much harder to make them bigger. So how about you, Aggie?
Yeah, I gravitate towards same clothes each morning, mainly because of workout. Then sometimes I have a shower and get back into more workout clothes because it's comfortable for me when I'm at home, especially mainly being at home, and only your top half has to look great with Zoom.
Yeah.
But if I've got an event to go to, I don't freak out. I pretty much know what I want to wear, not that I've had an event for a little while.
Yes.
And yeah, I think I know my favorite colors. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when you go to your wardrobe and you're saying that you dress for comfort most of the time,
Yep.
are you utilizing what you spent in that wardrobe? Like, are you using it, even though we're only at home, are you using those clothes?
Oh, you mean in that category?
In that, yeah. So
Yeah. I'm not just using one or two t-shirts. I'm going through the whole lot, and I'm going through all of my tights. Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
I like to have different colors and things on each day.
Right. Okay. So do you have a group, or do you have a training group that you go into, that type of thing? Do you on your Zoom calls, do you just wear your fitness clothes, or do you?
It depends what the call is about.
Okay, cool. So whether it's business.
And it depends what the group is about. But I have been thinking lately, because I've just got over myself and started doing some lives.
Mm-hmm.
I have been thinking lately that I need to make a more conscientious decision on that, and also have a think about things that are hanging over my head. But before I go any further and before I interrupt you, I've just had a message from my husband. I actually need to go and pick him up from work. He can't. He's got a bout of gout and he can't drive the car home. So, is there a way that I can reconnect with you?
Yes. Do you want to come back in once you've? How long is it?
Oh gosh, it's 40 minutes there and it's 40 minutes back.
Look, Reg, I haven't. Can you send me a friend request?
Sure.
Yeah. So Lucia Peters, just send me a friend request.
Yeah.
And then we've got another half day. Reg.
Yeah, we do have.
I don't know if Reg is there.
That's okay.
Hello.
Maybe send me a message.
I'm here.
Hello.
Yeah.
When is the next half day?
Our next half day will be on 7th of November.
7th of November, which is a
Yeah.
Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
Right.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So send me
During COVID. I might just rush. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's okay.
I actually resonated. It was great. And nice to meet you as well, Del and Regina.
It's lovely to meet you.
I'll send you a friend request.
Okay.
Nice to meet you too.
If you'd like, we can send you a 30-minute chat, and like it's just a conversation around doing maybe a meditation with you around those energies, just to talk a little bit about that for you. So
okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I will message you when I get back.
Sounds good, darling. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye.
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 So Del, tell me, you were talking about your colours. You're going to get one-on-one here, Del. So woo-hoo, how good is this? I know Kaz was going to jump in, but I don't know what happened. She was at work, so I think she was going to jump in about 11. So it's 11:09. So we're going to have a morning tea break at about 11:30, if that's okay.
Yeah, and then I'll have to go then. So
Yeah, that's okay.
yeah, that's fine.
So you were saying about your colours in your wardrobe. Now that was a really interesting thing. You mentioned that in somewhere. I don't know where.
Oh, on one of your, someone was making a comment, I think, on one of your sites.
Yeah, on a post. So you're moving from that. Is it that
Blue. Blue.
Yeah, so that royal blue. So really that blue towards more the purples. Is that right?
Yeah, towards more purple. I've been buying more purpley sort of coloured clothes.
Those colours. So it's interesting, the chakra now, if you read, I'll just move that out the way, which is us. If you read the imbalance and, you know, like the indecisiveness, confusion, nightmares, which is that brain fog, and then you look at, you know, loneliness, depression, you've really made a conscious effort to get out there and become part of a bigger community, which is beautiful.
Which I love too. I just love being on Zoom with women. It's wonderful.
It is so good, isn't it? You know,
it is. It's amazing.
We would not have connected had it not been for COVID. You know, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, people can say, you know, all the things, but there's been so many women that I've connected to because I look at Reg, you know, I would not have had Reg had it not been for that as well. So interesting, you're going from that. So you can perceive what you're doing as effective. And I love that because I know that what you've been feeling is that that overwhelm, that not knowing where to turn, all of that, and you're standing in your presence.
So I'm actually going through a divorce, so that's why
I knew that, Del.
Yeah, that's why I had all that business.
Yeah.
Which it's still going on, but I'm kind of at peace with that now.
Yeah.
My thing, Jeanette, in Jeanette's class, she asked us what a statement we could make, and I said I would like to live a peaceful life because my life has not been peaceful. So that's what's happening.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, what you ask for, you will receive. You know, you will receive that. The universe will allow that and open that. So try and do some of this self-meditation yourself. You know, like opening the lotus petals and you know, and allowing the light in, and just seeing, you know, what messages come through as you're trying to open them. You know, because you're quite grounded. You're very grounded. But like you said, you know, there's still that little bit of solar plexus. Maybe that's an awareness is a good thing. Like I said to you, for me, the awareness has been awesome. I don't seem to take myself there as much anymore. You know, it occurs, and then I kind of step out of it. I sit with it and then step out of it and move ahead. So I don't disappear as much as I used to. Yeah. And how about you? Do you find?
I find, you know, I've been cleaning up my house and getting rid of, and I bought a new car recently. So I sold the car that my husband gave me, and I've had furniture for sale too, which he bought, which I didn't particularly like.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to sell that. And I don't know if I've told you the story, but I haven't been able to sell that either.
Yeah.
And the very day I bought my car, I sold the furniture.
Wow. That was a lot of clutter, wasn't it?
Yeah, my garage was full actually, and I got a lady to come and help me unpack the boxes and sort things out. But now I want to start on the house,
right?
And just go through each drawer and just tidy up it. And I don't have a lot of mess in my house.
Yeah.
Just a few drawers have a bit of paperwork in them and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And now I want to do that, but it's nearly as difficult as the garage. I don't know what's going on with that really.
Do some meditation around this chakra.
Yeah.
Try and do some meditation around that because it might help you with some of the messages. But be kind to yourself, because you had that big shift, that big move. So just sit, you know, like, don't worry about the other stuff that's there. You can get to that, you know, like you'll get another release probably. You'll probably find, but if it's affecting you physically, be conscious, you know, if it's affecting in the gut, anywhere like that. If it is, then that's, you know, there's a process that, you know, reach out to me and we'll do a meditation, you know, book a 30-minute whatever, because sometimes that can purely shift. Just that one thing that's coming up for you is what you need to solve now. And
I will book one with you, because I've been trying to do this for ages. Like, this business has been going on for 2 years now.
yeah,
And I have been trying to do this for a long time, but it's just something stopping.
Yeah, there's a block. There's some sort of block. Yeah.
Some block.
So yeah, we'll do the meditation and see where or what message comes through, because there'll probably be a couple, but just have your pen ready to write them down. So Dale, what time do you have to go? I'm very aware.
I've got to go at 11:30.
Okay, rightio. So, all right. So, you know, our wardrobes, as you know, for me, wardrobes are opportunities. You know, this one I can see straight away, the orange, the yellow. She's quite a like a grounded person, and there's quite a bit of white, so she's quite high vibration. But the thing with this is it's just the order. She doesn't know how to put it all together into some sort of organizational strategy. So for me, I would walk into this wardrobe and I'd go, right, hangers would be the first thing to help make it look, you know, easier on the eye, because what we reflect out, we so reflect back. So, you know, that message that we tell ourselves in front of the mirror when we're in our raw is that we love you and we're grateful for all that you've provided for us over these years. Same with our wardrobes. We look at them every day, and that same reflection coming back. We've got thunder now too. So you've received this PDF, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So this is probably something that you can put in a plastic sleeve, put into your wardrobe somewhere that you can see it. Because if you see it consciously, you will ask yourself these questions when you go to look at a garment. And, you know, there's probably emotions that are connected to some of those garments. You've probably worn them prior to, you know, things happening, events with your partner.
Yeah, well, most of them are.
Yeah, so your ex. So,
Yeah.
you know, that may be the cleansing that you're needing, Del.
Yeah, maybe it is.
That may well be the cleansing that you're needing. I've just gone goosey all over, my God.
Oh, well, that's it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've gone goosey now too. I can feel it running up my legs.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow. There you go. So the angels have told you, yeah, that's it. So yeah, let's do.
Does that mean I have to get rid of all my clothes?
You don't have to get rid of, no. The ones that have got the blockages though, yes.
Oh, okay.
The ones
I actually, because I've got bigger hips, I actually only wear navy blue pants and black pants. Would there be any other colour that I would be able to wear?
you could wear brown.
Yeah, I'm not real fussed on brown, but yeah, okay.
They're cream, like
Oh,
a what is it called? Like not a camel, but more of a you know, that linen look. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That linen cream look. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you would definitely be able to wear that. Not so much white. I wouldn't go to white, but I definitely would go to that linen cream. But that's what it is, Del. That's the block.
Okay.
So think about that. I do have 3 packages, as you know.
Yeah, and I am going to do one of your packages, but I'm doing Elizabeth's, Jeanette's, and others, and I just don't have any time. But when I finish one of them, I'll start on yours.
Yeah. So just remember, when you're going into your wardrobe, if any of it's lowering your vibration, put it on, try it on, and see where it takes you.
Okay.
But it will either take you back to that memory, or it won't bother you.
Oh, righto.
Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yep, I'll do that. Yeah. So, oh, yeah, thank you for that, because
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday I took all my winter clothes out. I've got 3 bedrooms here, so I took out all my winter clothes out and put them in another room.
Yeah.
And so I'm still working through that process. So,
Yeah.
but
That's,
yeah.
I really think that's where the blockage is. There's emotions connected to those clothes, definitely. And I saw that with another client the other week. And she actually said to me, when she threw that particular garment out, it was like letting go of that trauma, like that what happened in her life.
Well, that's why I couldn't unpack my garage either, because all my stuff and belongings all came from the house, and
Yeah.
that's why I got someone to help me with the garage. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. So the emotion, it attaches to the object. It's energy, right? So it's energy, it's flow. It attaches.
Oh, it might be my coat. Robert and I had the same. Oh, that's what it is. The coat. Robert and I had the same winter coat, and he had my coat for a while, and he was wearing it. So it's possible. Oh, yeah. Now I've got energy on my legs. It is the coat.
I've got it too. So
Yes, it's a coat I've got which was mine, but he used to wear it as well. Yeah, it's a coat.
So take it out, put it in the garage, and maybe you need a new coat.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
All right.
that's what it is, the coat. Because it's a winter warm coat thing. It's waterproof sort of thing, and it's padded sort of. And
Yep.
Oh,
Lots
okay.
of emotions there, Del. Yeah.
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 That's going to make me cry.
That's okay. All right. Just breathe through it.
Yeah, no, I'll be right. It's the coat, because it is hanging in my wardrobe.
Ah.
Mm.
Aha. So it's come back.
Mm.
And it's got the energy attached to it.
Mm.
And you're seeing it every day.
Yeah, I am. Every time I open the wardrobe, I can see it. Yeah.
Every day you're seeing it. Yep. All right.
Wow, that's wonderful. Oh,
Okay.
yes, that's good. Thank you.
Like this is the balancing where I've just gone goosey all over. So
It's a
I know
coat.
that it's spiritually, I know that this is the connection for you. I know that that's what it is, and you'll be able to, your awareness now will help.
Yeah, I'll move it out of my house now. I'll put it down in the garage.
Good on you, girl. Go, girl.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Feel into the energy now. Like feel into the energy when you go into your room. Just feel into it with an open, like with an open heart. Yeah, allow yourself that. So there may be tears, like you said. There may be, you may have to go to the bathroom. Like it might be that sort of. It could be any number of things.
Okay.
So yeah, just be aware and conscious, because it will present physically. Yeah. Anyway, so the balancing wheel of life. Where are you?
I did this last time. The one I had where I didn't have my career was the one that and my relationship. My family and my friends are fine. I don't have a partner though, so that's
and relationships is not your partner. If you don't have a partner, you don't have a partner. That's
yeah. But I do have beautiful relationships with the people that I know.
Yeah. And you're connected spiritually to those friends and those people. So you know that you connect on that level beautifully. So
and my finances are okay. My health's okay. My creativity. I do manifest all right, but I don't actually do any craft or anything like that.
Do you go and like, have you joined any sort of groups or anything like that, to do, I don't know, painting or pottery?
No, it's something I would possibly like to do actually. So that one there, the craft and the career are probably the ones that I don't, that
Yeah.
with me.
So looking at those maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And
The rest are fine.
yeah, I believe your creativity, if we go back to that chakra, when I find it, it's a fair way back. Creativity.
Oh, it's in the sacrum.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So it's those two.
Mm.
All right. So
They're probably intertwined with me.
yeah. So you
Yeah.
say that you do get that solar,
Yeah, I do.
that gut. It's our second brain. You know, like it's our second brain. So you know, this might come once we work through this a bit.
Oh yeah, I constantly have new ideas. Yes, because I'm kind of stuck on what I want to do in the future too is something that's sort of
Not coming to you.
it'll come to. I know it'll come to me. Yes.
Yeah, but it's not coming to you at the moment. Is that right?
No, it's not coming to the moment because I think it's waiting for me to get all this business that I have sorted out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in a bit of a pause at the moment,
Mhm.
dealing with this other stuff I have going on. So once that's, which should be soon actually,
Yeah.
once that's sorted out, I think that yeah, it'll come to me then.
Del. That's beautiful. So at least by looking at it this way, you can see, you know, if you do have moments that you're angry and helpless, can't finish tasks, everyday problems are really overwhelming, then you know that it's purely here. And when we work through some of that, which is probably, you know, all this anger and stuff that you've got about what's the scenario that's happened, then you'll move to this being more accomplished, you know, being having the new ideas, finding yourself something that you really love to do. And it could be just going to the beach for a walk. You know, you might just want to do that. Join a walking group. It purely may be that. Yeah, that's because you're on the personal growth, you're on the spirituality, relationships are perfect. So yeah, it's just that creativity. So it gives you more of an understanding though, right? It gives you
it does, yes.
understanding
See which things are affecting you.
Yeah, the why. Why and awareness, yeah. So these are just some client testimonials that I've had. This beautiful lady ran in the local the national elections in New Zealand. And we did her whole wardrobe for her 10 days leading up to the elections. And she's such a beautiful, beautiful soul. And, you know, once we had got this together for her, her confidence and just her ability to articulate what she wanted to her message out there was amazing. So yeah, that's Sharon. And this beautiful lady, Bianca, she this top that she's got on, she didn't know how to wear it. She had it in her wardrobe, but she didn't know how to wear it. And yeah, she was so intrigued by the fact that I picked things that she loved, but she didn't know how to put them on. So I showed her a few things, and yeah, so that's what she said. You know, I hadn't worn things forever, but now I've got an idea on how to put them together. And this lady, Michelle, we started with the styling consult, and then we ended up with clearing the wardrobe. And I'm still working with this beautiful lady. We've got one more session. We completely transformed her wardrobe, and she's on holidays as we speak. And we're doing a shop because I have a client. Well, I have a lady here that runs her online boutique.
Yeah.
And she can get clothes that, like Michelle couldn't get a white linen top anywhere. So I've said to Bobby, hey, Bobby, I need this, you know, this and this for this client. So she sources it and then she gets it, and I take the photo, send it to my client, then we post it away to them. So it's very individual. So it's an individual shop. So so don't throw anything away, whatever you do.
No, I won't throw anything away.
Yeah, don't throw anything away. So, and this is Ellie, as you know.
Yeah, I know, Ali. Yeah.
So Ellie, what Ellie is wearing was all in her wardrobe. The t-shirt, she loves Hugh Jackman. It's such a, what's the word? It's a style, an individual style for her. Like it's totally her. And this jacket, the jacket that she had on, it was in another wardrobe. I said to her, have you got any other clothes, Ellie? She said, oh, no, only really these. And then she said, oh, wait on, I've got some more over here. So we went over there, had a look at these clothes, and all of these clothes unfolded. And many of these jackets are just perfect for her, but she doesn't wear them. So for me, it was getting her to see the value and what she was saving for an event or, you know, good wear. So that is something else that I help Del so this is my new program. I'm going to take you through it. It's weekly group coaching. This is a business and style. So if you're thinking about going into business for yourself, or if you're just wanting to add styling to your expertise, be it a product based, you know, like oils or whatever product, this is just a tool that I can teach you to add to your business. So we have weekly group coaching calls, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. So 2 weekly group coaching calls. I'm going to run through this because I've done it once, Del, and I need to practice it. So thank
You're fine. You can.
you for listening. Weekly one-on-one calls. Now the weekly one-on-one calls are for the gold and the VIPs. So once a week we book in, we have a chat around where your blockages or where you're not moving forward in, you know, the direction or the path that you want in the business that you're starting or the business that you're in. So we'll do a funnel, we'll do a sales strategy so that you can follow, you know, what sort of sales you're looking for or wanting to achieve. Then grow success in business and style. So the two are linked. You know, what you present outwards is what is reflected back. So, you know, you being professional and reflecting that outwards is going to reflect back in your clients, in the people that you interact with in business. So if you are a startup, this is a great opportunity to incorporate a bit of that style and understanding, you know, just what we were just talking about, you know, all of that energy that is connected to those clothes, those emotions and those feelings. So that is both the gold and the VIPs will get that one. And color and chakra energy is only for the VIPs. So we discuss the energy and the chakras and how color elevates or lowers our energies and how we can move our energy in our wardrobe, in our lives, in our surroundings. So all of that is affected in our energy. Now VIPs, that's the only one that is for. And creating a Style Success PDF is me working with you in Canva, which is an app to create a marketing graphic and creating your own style and a success, you know, like getting your body shape, all of that type of thing together so that you know when you have to replace a garment, you know what garments are going to suit your body shape, what to look for to replace, how we do the 70-30 percentage, which is like 70% is basics, and then we incorporate the on-trend items into the wardrobe. So that's what that Style Success PDF is. You are going to learn how to create that. So that is also only for the VIPs. A Pinterest style mood board, similar, but it's purely a mood board. in Pinterest now, what they have is they have styles of clothing, and then you can link to a website. So I'm going to help you create that so that, you know, you've got the websites that you can actually go to and order and get new clothes when the time comes. So that too is only for the VIPs. Now the Wellbeing Merchant Pack. The Wellbeing Merchant Pack it consists of a rose quartz and I believe an amethyst quartz spritz. So I think they're both rose scented. I don't think they're and it's either a body or a room spritz, whichever one you want. And it's a chakra bracelet. Now I'm trying to source chakra necklaces at the moment, so that will be for the next program, but at the moment it's just the beads, and then it's got the chakras on the beads. So that's the chakra bracelet. We are going to have a sacred cacao, so we're going to put you into a sacred cacao workshop. And then I have a beautiful pack of, what are they called? Oh my goodness, brownies. So a little pack of brownies, or they may just be truffles yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just working on prices, because truffles and brownies, apparently the brownies, they don't always last when you make them. Whereas the truffles do. So I'm working that with the lady. And then a journal. So one of these amazing journals that will go into your pack. So you'll receive all of that as a Wellbeing Merchant Pack. And that's pretty much it. So we have 3 different levels to it. We have the silver, we have the gold, and the VIP. But as an introductory for this 6 weeks, I'm doing the whole lot for anyone for $750. So it's a great way to move ahead. Dale, you might, you know, even for you.
When are you starting your next one, or does it just continue all the time?
It's going to continue on. So I'll do 6 weeks, then I'll have a break for a week, then I'll do another 6 weeks. So it'll be you know, like it'll continue. It'll be a continuum. So yeah, but.
So I'll do that, but I just can't do it at the moment.
That's okay.
I'm just
Too many courses, too many things to do.
Yeah, too many things to do.
Yeah, look, that's fine, because you're not ready. Like, it's not your time.
Do you have a payment plan for it?
I do. Yeah.
Well, I could start the payment plan for it.
Yeah.
But I just have to probably I think we're up to week 6 of Elizabeth's 12 weeks, so I'll have another 6 weeks with her.
Yeah, this starts on the 19th of November.
The 19th. Oh, well, that possibly would be all right then.
Yeah.
Because I'll be heading towards the end of hers by then.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd only have another 3 weeks of hers by then.
Yeah. All right.
Mm.
So we can send you the link. Actually, I'll have to change it to payment plan because I've only got one payment. But I could do like $350, and then
Yep. Okay.
Is that all right? Like
Yep, that's all right.
And then 400.
Yep.
Fortnight? Would it be a fortnight or a week?
Probably a fortnight.
Fortnight? Yep, I can do that. Yeah, I'll work that out because you're not going to be the only one that wants a payment plan, and I haven't done the payment plan.
Well, you work out your payment plan, and then just let me know.
Beautiful. I'll share the link.
But I will do that. I will join that on the 19th, you say?
Yeah, the 19th of November. Beautiful.
Yep. Okay.
Beautiful. 19th of November. So that might even be that creativity that you are looking for. It might actually just explode everything for you, because it'll definitely give you the tools to do your own wardrobe. You know, without me, I'll be there to question it, give you the guidance, but you'll be able to do it yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so that's that. I'll take that back to you later on today, Del.
Mm-hmm.
So dressing for your shape. So how do I dress for my shape
What
now?
time are we up to?
It's 22, Del.
Yeah, no, I'll have to go. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all
Yeah.
right. It's lovely. Wait on, I'll just stop the share. So I know where I'm at. And look, if no one comes in, we'll just, Reg and I'll just talk to each other for an hour. What is it, another, we got another hour and a bit anyway, at least. So we're just going to talk about body shapes now, but that will be in that course as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in that program. And the actual detail about Canva and creating, you've got a laptop, haven't you?
Yes, so that's what I'm using. Yeah, I've got a laptop. Yeah.
Beautiful. So you'll be able to learn how to do different apps and
Oh, that'll be good because I'm not tech savvy at all. I know nothing about
cool.
any of this.
Yeah. So we've got the time to be able to help you with that. So
yeah, no, that'll be good. Thank you.
Program. All right. So
okay.
Catch you later.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you had a couple of ahas there, Del.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I'll go and move that coat now before I go.
Have a great afternoon.
Yeah, thank you.
Reg and I'll share that link a little bit later for you.
Okay, all right then. Thanks, Kia. Bye, Reg. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Can you stop recording, Reg, please?